purported new understanding about the power and pain of these symbols after the massacre in Charleston. But, you know, it's not a done deal. And it's not clear that it will be a done deal anytime soon. For example, in Georgia, Republican Governor Nathan Deal in Georgia, he was asked today about the Confederate flag license plate in his state. Unlike all the other governors in the Deep South states today that said that maybe there's some way that these things can be taken care of, maybe these things should be gotten rid of. Today, Nathan Deal in Georgia says he, quote, doesn't have a problem with it. And Georgia's got an interesting history around these things in terms of state symbols. Before 1956, this had been the flag of the state of Georgia. But in 1956, after Brown v. Board, right, in the throes of the civil rights movement, Georgia in 1956 changed its flag from that one to this one. Subtle, right? It's not like that had been their flag since the Civil War. They put the Confederate flag on the Georgia state flag in 1956, in the 1950s, specifically to stand for segregation, to stand against civil rights for black people. 1956, they did that. Now, Georgia eventually had to change that. It took forever. It took a decade. It took a couple of false starts. It took a bunch of politicians losing their jobs. But Georgia eventually got themselves a normal flag again in 2003. They dropped the Confederate flag one in 2003. But when it comes to dropping the Confederate flag license plate, Republican Governor Nathan Deal today says he isn't ready for that. Doesn't see the need. Like to keep the Confederate flag license plate in Georgia. He's okay with it. So we're experiencing this rush now, right? This kind of rush to make up for lost time. This rush to at least propose getting rid of the symbols of white supremacy that we have let linger in our country for a long time now. In the past 24 hours, this has taken a very fast corporate turn as well. Walmart, Sears, Kmart, eBay, Amazon, Etsy, all saying they would stop selling Confederate flag stuff. But, as that happened, people also started buying the Confederate flag like it was going out of style, because maybe it is. Sales soaring, thousands of % on Confederate flag merchandise before these retailers stop selling them. Get them while they're hot. And governors like Georgia's Nathan Deal said, no, actually, we'll keep our Confederate flags on our license plates. And in this state, the one state that still has the Confederate emblem on its official state flag, in that state, the leading conservative political figures in the state started feeling a little shy today about changing anything, started to say, maybe they're going to keep their Confederate symbols even on the state flag. What we are living through right now is, at least on the surface, we're having this sort of lightning-fast recalibration of what's okay and what's not okay when it comes to overt racism and the overt symbols of the white supremacist movement, past and present. What we're dealing with right now is a sort of recalibration, a new reckoning of what's okay and what's not okay on private land and on public land and as government speech and in American politics and in conservative politics specifically. We are experiencing a moment of really fast movement right now, but that does not mean we are experiencing a new consensus. What has just started here is a fight, and it is unpredictable as to how it's going to turn out, but the fight is on.